I got knocked up. I got knocked up. See Brian's reaction when I surprised him? I expected him to be like, oh my God, yay. But he's like, how? And I'm like, do you need me to explain to you how that happens? Hi girls, today is my official first pregnancy vlog and I'm so excited to share this journey with so many of you. Just yesterday I released a survey to hear from any of you that are planning and pregnant and postnatal, and over 8,000 of you are pregnant right now with me, which makes me feel less alone and like I'm going through all these different bodily things by myself. Like I have all of you and we're in this together. Bodily things is like, I mean, that's the only way to describe it, right? And I'm just so excited to be able to do the bikini series with you girls and be able to start doing a lot of the prenatal stuff, because when I went to college for health science, one of my favorite part of my studies was actually pre and postnatal. And it's such a joy to be able to share this with so many of you. And so thank you for being on this journey with me. And it's very bright, I'm not crying. The pregnancy hormones have had me, I mean, I'm so emotional and everything makes me tear up, but it is very bright. So if you see tears, it could be either or, like, I don't know, it's a toss up. So I'm gonna go through how I'm doing the bikini series. I would love to hear advice from all of you of how you're also going to do the entire challenge. And if you have any advice, please share with me. This is just such an exciting time because we get to do this together. And congratulations to all of you that are pregnant, and for all of you that just had your baby too. I was looking and I was like, oh, this is so exciting. And for all of you that are planning, it's such a beautiful, beautiful time. So first things first, number one question, can I do the bikini series if I'm pregnant? Yes, we're doing this. And I'm gonna go through what I'm doing for my workouts and what I'm eating and any other thing that I'm kind of modifying right now to feel as healthy as I can feel for me and my baby. And a lot of you are asking too if I know if it's a boy or girl yet. I don't know. I have dreams that it's a girl. I have these feelings that it's a boy. I hope for a boy for Brian, but I feel like wants a girl. Like, so we'll be happy with anything. It's actually the number one thing that everyone keeps asking. They're like, what do you think it is? And it'd be really cute to have a little toned up girl, but there's so much female energy going around. It could be really cute to have a little boy. He would just love it, because who doesn't love the tone up community? So first thing, what I'm doing for my workouts. First trimester, I feel like I was so exhausted that all I really did was long walks. Actually, they were quite short. That was an exaggeration. It was more like around the block or sometimes up to the kitchen to get something and then back, which is fine. You have to listen to your body. And then I was doing the daily toning moves, and if I didn't feel like I could do a second or third set or something like that, I would just reel it back. I would tone it down, pun intended. So you definitely have to do what feels right for you and your body. So first trimester, if you're in your first trimester right now, definitely, I know I was also like, I don't know, I think, not afraid, but I was just taking it easy. It was the first time I was going through all these different feelings, and I was just, you know, being super gentle, and it's just what I felt like I personally wanted and needed. Walks are amazing, but definitely bring a snack because all of a sudden I would just be starving like 15 minutes into the walk, and I had eaten when I left. So the hunger happens and it's real. Eat more often and always have snacks with you. I also loved having like a little coconut water with me or something to help with that. Daily moves, you can always modify any of the daily moves, and that's what I'm gonna be doing throughout the entire bikini series. I'm gonna be providing modifications for moves, and then Christina, Studio Tone Up Christina, who's also pregnant right now, who a lot of you know, she's my friend of a very long time. It's so exciting that we're pregnant at the same time. It's wild that it worked out like this, and so she's gonna be providing modifications too, so make sure you follow her. And it's little things like, if it's something with twists, you don't want to do a lot of twisting right now. I would just do everything in a frontal plane. So if if we're doing like a V-sit twist, just do it straight on and hold it and isolate. Anything for abs on your back, even if you're first trimester, you could start practicing those modifications. Start doing plank work and side plank work. I'm going to be posting booty workouts and ab workouts that are pregnancy safe and that you can do, but anything that is on your back, I recommend doing it in a plank, doing some kind of side plank or standing up and actually doing it like that. So if it's bicycle crunch, you can actually do it standing, and instead of twisting, lifting up your knees and bring them to your elbows. Drop your knees to your elbows. But little things like that. And of course, you know, in between, making sure you're resting and drinking enough water and then going at your own pace. And it's funny how you'll know what your body feels and what it needs. I was not running before I got pregnant. I was just walking a lot, and so I'm not going to take up running now that I'm pregnant. So I've been going on long walks, but if you have been jogging before, you could consult your doctor and see if you can continue running. It all has to do with your fitness level and your heart rate. I feel like if I tried to go for a run, my heart rate would be way too high. So I'm going to put tips below too if you want to wear a heart rate monitor and make sure your heart rate stays lower. Also avoiding hot classes, so hot yoga. I haven't been going to any hot classes, but I do go to yoga, which is really nice. And I'm not going to prenatal yoga yet. I've actually just been going to yoga classes and modifying anything twisting, staying straight on. I'm sharing with the instructor that I'm pregnant, and she'll also come over and provide me modifications. So for all of your workouts, just kind of simplify it. If it's the daily moves, modify with the modifications that I'm gonna provide for you. If it's something like a burpee, go down in a plank and then stand back up and do a squat. If it's something that is too intense for your body or laying on your back, then I would recommend doing something else. I'm gonna give you a whole breakdown of great modifications to make, but you got it. And the biggest thing is to just keep it simple, because your body, you just wanna be moving right now and feel healthy. And then the other things that you wanna focus on right now is keeping your back really strong, because a lot of the weight will be right here. So a lot of the postural muscles that you wanna work on are with rows, your arm muscles, and then your lower back and your booty. Whenever you work your booty, you're actually working those lumbar muscles. So when it is an arm day or a booty day, it is your jam. It is time for you to tone up. So when you check the daily workout, you'll be really excited when you see an arm and booty day, because you know I probably put that in there because I was like, I need this right now. And then you also want your legs to be really strong and prepare you for birth. And then also bicep curls, you're gonna be holding a baby, which is so amazing and so cool. So right now is the time to get strong, and I'm doing it with you girls. We got this. For nutrition, I think it's crazy because you know you have all these cravings right now. I do not want chocolate, and usually I am crazy about chocolate, so that's probably the most bizarre thing that has happened. I'm not craving coffee. I actually cut out coffee, and a lot of times you can have a cup of coffee while you're pregnant, but anything like coffee, cacao, or chocolate, I don't know why I don't want it right now. And usually when you're craving something, it's your body telling you that you need that. So I've been craving a lot of yogurt, so I'm kind of thinking that my body wants calcium, so I've actually been having a lot of yogurt, like 2 a day, sometimes for dessert too. Karina will bring me yogurt at work. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, yogurt. And then I'm also craving a lot of citrus fruits. I've never eaten so many clementines in my life, like bags of clementines. And those, and when I would go on a walk, I should have just gotten a fanny pack for my pregnancy. I would bring like 2 clementines and I'd just start eating them as soon as I got hungry. So just always remember to have a snack on you. And that's the best thing about bringing a clementine, is that you can throw it in your purse, throw it in your bag, and peel it whenever you're hungry. I also love the Tone It Up protein bars. They're perfect right now. When you are craving something like, I know, like fried food or something like that, but you also want to be healthy, so you're kind of like, I don't know what I want. I think with the fried food, you're probably craving something that's really salty. So we're constantly dehydrating yourself, and I don't know about you, I am peeing a lot. Like every 10 minutes, I'll pee before I go out for a walk, and right as I leave the house, I'm like, I should probably go one more time just in case. Like it's out of control. So think about that. Your body's actually just dehydrating constantly. So make sure you're drinking water. Your body probably telling you that you need potassium and electrolytes. So it's kind of crazy if you are craving some kind of salty food, a banana and peanut butter would be perfect. So I'm also gonna put together foods that you're craving and things that you can have that will actually help with those cravings where you don't feel super unhealthy after you eat it. And then there's times where I've been like, I really need a burger, and I've had the burger. Or I've been like, I really just want sweet potato fries and ketchup, and that's what I order. So it's also, you know, treating yourself, taking a moment and just enjoying feeding you and your baby whatever it is that you're craving. And don't feel bad about having a little something because you deserve it. So does your baby. The other thing that you want to be doing is eating a lot of foods that are rich in folic acid. So you're probably taking your prenatal vitamin every single day with DHA as well. Also, think about filling your plate with dark leafy vegetables, asparagus, Brussels sprouts are really good right now, citrus fruits. It may be why I'm actually craving a lot of citrus fruits, because the folic acid in beans and like a lentil soup would be really, really good for you right now. I'll put together an entire post about foods that are amazing for you during pregnancy, because there are so many things. And I love it because when you know that you're feeding your body really, really healthy, it's not even about your body anymore, and it's not about you. It's actually about making this little human that's hungry. And so that's the nicest thing about eating healthy right now. It's so rewarding knowing that you're helping a baby develop something that week. I mean, I don't know if you read what you develop each week, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna develop hearing in the next 2 weeks. I mean, that's so wild. So I'll put together a bunch of healthy meals that you can have and nice dinners. And right now I really love salmon. So like a salmon with a spinach salad is perfect. And then the things to avoid, I actually made a list so I wouldn't forget any of these things. Remember that this is all preference and what you feel is best for your body. You can always consult with your doctor. A lot of my friends, when I talk to them, they're having a lot of these things on the list because they feel like it's fine for them. So everything is just a complete preference. Like I said, I'm not craving any coffee or caffeine, so I cut out coffee. No sushi. No sprouts. They actually can be really hard to wash, so they can carry bacteria. No deli meat at this time. Soft cheeses. I'm not a cheese girl. I usually was like a sweets and like chocolate girl. And you can always ask if the cheese is pasteurized. No unpasteurized juices. So that's like if a juice is bottled and on the shelf, I wouldn't drink it. But I have been getting fresh juices from places that I love and trust, and they make it right then and there. Most devastating thing that I had to skip out, not the wine. I think I'm actually more upset about the no kombucha, because I love kombucha. Like a ginger lemon sparkly kombucha, that was my jam. So Health-Ade, I literally have so much Health-Ade at my house still right now. I need to give it to a girlfriend, because every day I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's crazy. But I'm excited to have kombucha after. And speaking of that, kind of similar, no apple cider vinegar at this time, unless you get the pasteurized kind. So on the nutrition plan, Bombshell Spell, your Meta-D, you can make it with pasteurized apple cider vinegar, or you can skip it. And I'm not having any wine right now. It's so crazy too, if I smell red wine, I'm like, ooh. But I went to a bachelorette party recently, and I had like a third of a glass of champagne, and I felt super special. It was like, so special. And then you can like cut it with a little sparkling water. But again, whatever your preference is. And I also made a note here, no cleaning that kitty litter box. Brian's gonna see this video and be like, you never did. So it's not like you had to change that at all. So he still has to clean it. You can still pet your kitties. Oh, and I definitely want to share my go-to smoothie that I've been having, and it's packed with folic acid. It's delicious, it's amazing. I will put it below, a link to it on toneitup.com. All of it is just such an exciting time. And a few other tips right now: journal. I know it takes a few minutes. It can just be like a short little paragraph. I journaled with Brian the first time that we saw our baby's heartbeat, and I journaled the first time that it looked more like a human. The first time it definitely didn't. Right now, just journaling the little things that happen along the way and all the little celebrations. So just taking a moment and really being present and I don't know, and just celebrating those first little kicks and little moves and everything. Some of you were asking me on my Instagram, and that's where I'm gonna be providing a lot of modifications on my Instagram, so make sure you check me out. I'll put my link to my Instagram below, and I'll be doing the bikini series with you. But a lot of you were asking, like, what are the funniest things that I've experienced so far? I keep wearing like bigger shirts because I keep unbuttoning my jeans. And then one day we had a meeting at the office and I had my jeans unbuttoned and someone came in to meet me and I literally stood up with my jeans completely open and shook their hand, talked to them, and then sat back down, and I looked down and I'm like, okay, like no one told me that my pants are just off me and I just met this person. So if you're watching, sorry about that, that was weird. I have put ice cream, I put coconut ice cream in the fridge, and then I opened the freezer the next night to have a little more, and I actually was like, Brian, did you eat my coconut ice cream? And he's like, no. I'm like, I didn't eat all of it, and I blamed him, and then like he was getting something out of the fridge later, and he's like, hey, and held up like this like liquid soup, and so I was like, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I have locked myself out of the house twice, so pregnancy brain is definitely a thing, which I feel like I always had something going on before that I would just forget things all the time. So another thing that happens is there's so much going on, and indigestion is really common when you're pregnant, and so when I eat something, I tend to burp a little more than usual after. And yesterday we were about to vlog and I burped and I was like, and right before we started, and Karina took a deep breath and she was like, oh! Ooh. So that happened. I felt really bad about that. Oh, I'm running into everything. I think like my spatial awareness is off, or like maybe my hips are growing, but I ran into the side of the island with like my hip the other day. I was getting into the shower and I like hit the side. Just things like every day the same, walking through the house in the same places where you'd think that I would be aware, and I'm just like tripping, just knocking into things. Oh, I'm dropping a lot of things too, like my coordination. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. It's fine. Oh, and I'm having like the weirdest, craziest dreams, and in all my dreams I'm pregnant. So I don't know if that's really common, but it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be, on a boat somewhere and with whoever and whatever it is, but I'm pregnant. And first trimester, I couldn't get a massage. So now I'm gonna treat myself to my first prenatal massage. Oh my gosh, first trimester, I was falling asleep. Like I fell asleep just sitting at my desk, and I had like lines from my desk, like the wood on my forehead, and I'm like, and I have no idea how long I was sleeping there, and no one woke me up and no one said anything. And I've asked, like, did anyone see me that day, like fall asleep? Going to bed at like 8. Some days I would get home from the office and literally crawl into bed at like 7:45, and then sleep until 7:45. But you just have to listen to your body. But and I'm being really goofy. I feel like everything's funny. Someone at the office just said that like I'm just being like super silly. So maybe, I don't know what that means. I think it's all just like hormones. Oh, I'm crying. Everything, I'm like, wait. Like I think that everything's super sentimental. Like Brian just gave us this sign. I'll show you. Tone It Up, established in 2009, and I like bawled. Just bawling my eyes out. Anyway, I would love to hear your funny pregnancy stories. Comment below. And thank you again so much. If you haven't taken the survey that I put out, I would love to hear from you. Click below, let me know. And this is just such a cool thing. I think the best thing about the Tone Up community is we're all on, unique journeys that are our own. And so many of us can always connect on those journeys. For so long, so many of you that were already moms were already connecting, and that's so beautiful. And a lot of you that are in college are connecting. I think that that's the most beautiful thing about this community. It's that we couldn't have asked for anything more. It's like creating a fitness community, but we are never alone. Like none of us are ever alone in anything that we're experiencing. anything that we're going through, any of our struggles, challenges, and when an exciting things come, we celebrate each other. When we go through things, we're there for each other. So I'm really, really grateful for all of you. So thank you so much. And I love you, and I will see you again soon with a bump update. I'll leave you with some bump pictures right now because they're really fun to take. Oh yeah, take lots of pictures. Don't forget to take lots of pics. Okay, love you girls. Bye. I know this is crazy. I gotta get used to the children noises, huh? Children screaming. Children, mommy's trying to film. Wait until mommy's done filming and then we can have playtime. Oh, it's gonna be wild. Speaking of wild, it's cheesy, wild salmon. Can't drink wine, time to get wild and have some salmon. I'm trying to think about like some other funny things. Man, those farts. Just kidding. It's a way to end it.